What's good, folks? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we're doing a tier list. I am going to be ranking my entire manga library. Been thinking about doing this for a while, and I've been looking for images for the past hour and a half, so I thought I would just get it over with. As this was something I'd been wanting to do, to kind of do a pseudo update to my manga collection. However, I will be doing a updated manga collection tour sometime in the coming months, depending on a lot of things, really. But yeah, let's just get into it. We have the tiers: goated, A, B plus, B. This is gonna be where I might delete this, but I added this just because sometimes there's a middle ground there. C, trash, and TBR, because I do have stuff in here that I have not read yet. But yeah, let's just get into it. 20th Century Boys, from what I've read so far, it's definitely a B plus. I am not super far in it. I'm like 4 omnibuses in, but I'm really enjoying it. So for now, it's a B plus, but it could definitely go in either of these two if it keeps being as good as it is. 2.5 Seduction is it's a C. I enjoyed it. It had some pretty tame nasty man elements. It's cute. There's romance. It's nothing spectacular, but it has decent art and some nice titties. So if you want that and you want a story about cosplay that's not My Dress Up Darling, then yeah, go read 2.5. 2.5's dimensional seduction. It's a interesting name. Seven Deadly Sins. I have actually. Let's do this. Add a new road. To be determined, because I've only read the first omnibus of Seven Deadly Sins. I have watched the anime, but the anime got butched by the studio, so this is to be determined. I'm still only 3 volumes in, and a lot can happen. And I know the story, but I don't know how well the execution is in the manga. So that's where it goes. Attack on Titan goes in trash. Not a big fan, as you can see, as you probably figured from my previous videos. But yeah, it's in my collection because I. The thing is, it's not my taste, but my library isn't only just for me. It's kind of like I feel like it needs to be in there as it's seen as a classic by the community at this point. So it's in my collection, but it's not something that I particularly enjoy. Asadora is good. I really enjoy it. It's there's kaiju's apparently. Oh, well, spoiler alert, this video is going to contain spoilers as I'm going to talk about a bunch of these series, but Asadora, it's a mystery. It has the same vibe as 20th Century Boys, so if you enjoy 20th Century Boys and you enjoy Naoki Urasawa, it's gonna be right up your alley. It's also an Naoki Urasawa work. Assassination Classroom. I really enjoyed the manga actually. It was nice having a 21 volume long series that's not too long, it's not too short, and it has a definite start and a definite end. I really enjoyed that, and when I read it, that was what I really needed instead of one of these extremely long running shonens. This was a breath of fresh air. This I haven't read yet. I've owned it since I started collecting manga, but I just haven't. I don't do well with one shots because if I fall in love, then I'm just gonna be sad that there's not more. Bakemonogatari. This I've been picking up solely from Base Senpai's recommendations. The man has great taste, and we have a lot of overlap in what we like to read. So I've been picking up, and the covers are beautiful, and the art looks great, so I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. Battle Angel Alita, again, I've just recently started picking this up, haven't gotten around to reading it. Berserk, so I haven't read Berserk, but I've watched the anime, so I know I'm gonna enjoy this. So I'm just gonna put it in goaded because it is goaded, and everybody thinks it's goaded unless you're like a little child or something. But let's just put it up there because I know I'm gonna enjoy it, and yeah, that's just how it goes. Black Clover is a B plus because I really enjoy Black Clover, but the recent chapters have kind of been a miss for me. And I also kind of feel like it needs to have an end soon. It's beginning to be at that point where there's nowhere to go. It's starting to have the Dragon Ball problem where there's nowhere to go because you've already introduced characters that are so powerful that everything else just doesn't matter. So we'll see where it goes. This might flop super bad with a bad ending, but the journey was cool. It's always going to be at least in a B, but Black Clover is pretty good. Black Torch B. It's a short series. It was cancelled, but I absolutely adored the main character, and the art is super great. And the thing is, it reminds me of my favorite manga, so it's a good series. Kind of sad it was cut short, but this are kind of goaded for printing it anyways, just like they're doing with Red Hood, which is one of my biggest biggest letdowns of 2021 was Red Hood because I really enjoyed that story and had a lot of potential, but the Japanese readers just weren't having it, and then Shonen Jump just butchered it. Ugh, poor story. Bleach. I like Bleach. Bleach is an A. Um, I grew up on Bleach. Bleach is cool. Ichigo is cool. All his transformations are cool. Blood on Tracks to be determined. Blue Exorcist, goated. It's my favorite, one of my two favorite mangas. So gotta go and goated. I know it's not for everyone. It's a pretty generic shonen manga, but I just fell in love with it, and it's literally one of my favorite mangas of all time. Blue Period. It's a if you're artistically inclined, you'll really enjoy Blue Period and you'll really relate to it. If you are not super into the arts or have a artistic mindset, you probably won't. Blue Period won't be for you. You should probably just go read Black Clover or some other battle shonen. Before the it's trash, but I really like the anime, so I wanted to support the author. So, but I made the mistake of picking up the manga instead of the light novel because I was just kind of blind buying on Amazon one day, and I've been picking up the volumes ever since. They come out pretty slow, but yeah. Oh well. Boruto trash. This ruined Naruto. Like it's not even funny. Like Naruto has become such a shit show because of Boruto, and that's just if you enjoy Boruto, good on you. I just don't think it's good, and the whole anime can like you need the anime to actually make your story make sense. It's kind of sad. And all the fillers, like the actual fillers and not the anime canon in the anime is it's dog shit. Like Naruto fillers fucking they outshine them and they are shit too, but oh no, yeah, this goes in trash. Blade of the Immortal goes in TBR. Yeah, gonna be a bunch in TBR. I have a lot of series, a lot of stuff I haven't read yet, but it's also because I really like having stuff that I need to read because then if I don't have any new things coming in, I can pick something like something in my backlog up to read. Boys Run the Riot was it was good. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice change of pace. It was a short story with a definite end and start, 4 volumes, and it really it dealt with something that I really enjoy, which is fashion. So and street fashion in particular, and the characters were intriguing, and it also really handled like the whole gender identity thing really, really well. So if you're interested in any of that, pick up Boys Run the Ride. Kodansha was really shelling this manga super hard at one point, but now you don't really hear anything about it. Also, it's over, so it's not really much you can do there. Burn the Witch goes in B. No, actually, it goes in to be determined because there's only one volume out and there's no news on it on any new material. So I think it was kind of optimistic for them to call it Burn the Witch 1 because we don't know if there's going to be more. If because yeah, Kubo is he was making the chapter for Bleach. There's no news on that, and it's been months on months, and Burn the Witch hasn't gotten any new things. So we'll see what happens. I like having the at least having the volume. It's kind of weird having a slipcover on the book, but oh well. The cover inside is also pretty cool, but this is probably the cover that most people know since people don't read the manga. Call of the Night, it's a B. I enjoy it. It's a pretty cute romance. The thing is, I have no idea what the story with this is where it's going. Like no clue. And out of nowhere there comes like random action scenes and it's just I don't even know. Cat and Hot Girl Storm goes in to be determined. I only have one volume. I can't judge it on that. It's pretty nasty, but it's kind of weird, but it's nasty, so it's still good. Chainsaw Man goes in mm, B. I'm not the biggest Chainsaw Man fan. I like Chainsaw Man, but I won't be putting it in my any of my top spots for anytime soon. So it goes in B. Dark Dark to be determined. I have read 3 volumes of this and I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Like this is the type of story where you're so intrigued in what's happening in the story that even though you have no clue what's really happening in there. So I'm excited to see where this goes, but I literally have no guess at what the plot is anymore. Days on Fest is pretty good. It's a feel good slice of life, only like 4 or 5 volumes long, so it's going to be done publishing pretty soon. And it's just a feel good series. If you're feeling down, you could give this a read, and it'll put you in a good mood. Dead Man Wonderland is decent. It's a high C. It's not anything spectacular, but it was okay. I'm glad I read it since I watched the anime and was kind of disappointed that it didn't finish. So I finished the manga and it was okay. It was a good read, but it wasn't anything groundbreaking. Death Note goes in trash. I don't even wanna. Death Note is boring. If it takes 2 hours to read a manga volume, you have too many words in there. Write a light novel instead. It's bad. Half of the story is widely considered to be mediocre at best, and then your story just need. It's if half your story is not considered good, then your series is just not good. Sorry. Demon Slayer. The anime is cool, but it's not anything groundbreaking, and I have yet to read the manga, so I'm gonna put this in. I read like 2 volumes, so it's gonna be in to be determined, but I'm working on it. It's on the list. The Devil's a Part-Timer is goated. It's funny. Actually, let's just put it in A. I really enjoy The Devil is a Part-Timer, and the manga is really really good. But if you really want the OG experience, pick up the light novel. Also, can't wait for the second season to come out. Been waiting for years, so looking forward to that. Divergente is in a TBR. It's from the maker of Blade of the Immortals, so I assume it's good. But it from the like 20 pages I read, it's pretty harsh and pretty brutal. But maybe it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be good. I've been picking up the omnibuses as they come out. Do you like big girls? Goated. One of the holy texts. Dog Ningen is absolute dog shit, and if you hear anyone say that this is actually good, they don't trust them. They probably put Demon Slayer in Goated, and it's just ugh. And they probably read Boruto too and put it in Goated because Dog Ningen is it's absolutely the worst thing I've ever read. Like People say it has a good comedy. It doesn't. People say the art is pretty good. It isn't. It's math book like it's math book math math book ta- whoa textbook sketches like for stuff you'd find in a math book and shit. It's not good, and I really hate this publication because the layout is reversed, but the cover is not. So it's absolutely like don't pick this up. Don't give this any attention. Definitely not worth time or money. So yeah, Dorohedoro. I've just recently been picking this up, missing the first few volumes before I can start reading. Doctor Stone goes in A. I love Doctor Stone. I need to catch up. Eden Zero. I watched the anime, haven't read the manga yet, so it's to be determined. I really enjoyed the anime though. I'm a fairy tale fanboy because I grew up on fairy tales, so Eden Zero is right up my alley. And I don't think anything Mashima makes would ever not be in my taste. But then again, I have pretty trash taste according to a lot of people, so I'm gonna put it here to not anger anyone, but just know that it would probably be pretty high because I'm a big Mashima here. It's Mashima, right? Yeah, fan. So I love his works. Arrow Ninja Scrolls, goaded. It's one of the holy texts. Fire Force. I watched the anime. Still have yet to read the manga. So it's gonna be in to be determined. Fairy Tail. Hey, I love Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is I know a lot of people don't like it, but Fairy Tail is great. It's if you go into it expecting a grand literary work like One Piece or anything or an actual novel or something like that, like with a well worked out story, you won't get that. You will just get a lot of like a lot of friendship, a lot of good vibes, a lot of story beats, a lot of badass power ups, and a lot of really goated fights. But it's one of my favorites just purely because of nostalgia, and I wish more people would give Fairy Tail a chance without looking at it through that whole dogpiling mentality of, oh, all the people I looked up to say this is bad because they've heard it's bad. Give it a shot for yourself and see if you like it. If you don't like it, fair enough. You gave it a shot and you don't like it. That's nobody can fault you for that. But if you just shit on it without having experienced any of it, then your opinion is dog shit and you shouldn't talk. So yeah. Anyways, Flowers of Evil to be is on my TBR. Fly Me to the Mid is a C. It's pretty boring. Um, it's cute, but just watch the anime if you want to experience the story. I think the season 2 was announced, but I'm not quite sure. The manga is literally just the anime. It's just longer for at this point, I believe, and it's boring, but it's okay. But it's a romance. Food Wars B plus. Love Food Wars. It's funny. It has some pretty good fights for a shonen that's not really a battle shonen, but they get around it with the whole food war, like the whole Shokugeki thing. So that's pretty cool. Fist of the North Star B. It's a classic, but story's pretty simple. So there's that. Frieren to be determined. Only read 2 volumes. Full Metal Alchemist to be determined. I've watched the anime. Haven't watched the newest anime, but watched the OG anime and I really loved it. So I'm gonna read the manga. Gabriel Dropout is pretty trash. Gal Gohan is to be determined. I just started reading this, so it's going in there. I can't give it a fair uh, grade yet. So Golden Kamuy is a B plus. Love Golden Kamuy. Got a lot going on. Some people don't like that it has a lot going on, but I really enjoy it. Um, just short. That's not short. What was I going to say? Short attention span people can't enjoy Golden Kamuy. Golden Sheep, Put that in a B. I enjoyed reading. It's just short stories, so if you want something that's like 3 volumes long and good no, not rom-com, it's like a romance drama. Golden Sheep is pretty cool. Grand Blue Dreaming is to be determined because I've only read like 3 volumes and I kind of want to catch up before judging it. The Great Jahi is trash. I really wanted to like this, but it's trash, and the release is trash, and there hasn't been a new volume in like 2 years. So this came out in 2020, and we are in 2022, and the new volume is not gonna be out until like next month unless they delay it again. So Kodansha can go suck an ass, but Great Jahi is not worth your time or money. Happiness, Ghost in TPR. I haven't read any of my um, what's his name? Uh, Shuso Shibi works. I haven't read any of them yet, but I have them ready to go whenever I have the time. Heavenly Delusion is to be determined because it's 2 volumes out and Denpa has, I don't think they've announced a volume 3 yet, so I have no idea where this is going, so there's that. Hell's Paradise A, it's a great series. I can't wait to read the last volume and see how it ends. Hikihiro is good. It's decent. Let's put it in B. Itomi-chan, it's basically Komi, but the girl is hotter. She's tall and has actual like ass and tits. She has shark teeth too, which is kind of weird, but it kind of grows on you. Horimiya is goaded. I love Horimiya. How the relationship, absolute dog shit. Um, it's so boring. I really wanted to like this, but it's so boring. I'm a hero to be determined. I read the first omnibus and then I didn't have any more, and I waited like 2 years to pick the rest up. I'm still missing volume 10, which hasn't had a reprint yet. So ID Invaded, it's trash for the series overall is good. The only shit thing is that this is a sequel to the anime, which is an anime original. So why we have this, I have no clue. So this was just been a second season to the anime, but it isn't. So here we are. Interspecies reviewers B. It's pretty funny. JoJo's is goaded. Jujutsu Kaisen is a B plus. I like it. Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm just not. It's not It's not like blowing my mind or anything. It's a lot of reused tropes and a lot of reused things from both Bleach and Naruto. So yeah, it's good. The anime was actually really good, but the manga. Oh yeah, I hate the art of the manga. It's way too sketchy for me. Some people love it. I really just don't enjoy it. Kaguya-sama I love Kaguya-sama. It's a good comedy romance. Kaiju number 8, only read 1 volume. Kakaguri goes in C. It's a good trashy like thrill manga, so I enjoy it. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's decent. Komi is good. I love Komi. It's getting a bit. Actually, no, it goes in B plus because Komi is getting way too long. It needs to end soon. Like I've been reading the scans and damn, the last like 30 chapters have been snore fest. Like, oh yeah, we need to make more money. Like, it's so long, and it doesn't need to be that long. Laid Back Camp is good. It's another feel good manga. It's pretty much the same as Days on Fest. It's just longer and focuses on some high school girls that go winter camping and they discover like their passion for camping, and it's pretty cute and it's pretty wholesome. Machimaho goes on TBR. Magi goaded, love Magi. Maisni Kuku goes on TBR. Mashal, I really like Mashal. It's so funny. It's but the thing is, I love One Punch Man, and I love Harry Potter. So it's like a best of both worlds for me. And not a lot of people will put it this high, but Marshall is pretty good. This is To be determined. This is My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I've read like 3 volumes, and then I had to take a break because other things were more important. But picking up the volume, so I just need to find the time to read it. Mob Psycho. The manga is good, but the anime is better. Just watch the anime. The anime is a masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Monster is to be determined. I haven't read yet. I haven't read more than one omnibus, so from what I read, I really enjoyed it. But I would probably start over when I start reading it again. So it's gonna be put here in to be determined. Moriarty is decent. It's a good mystery. Like the setting is really cool. I like the whole. Is it Victorian England? I don't know if it's Victorian, but it's in England in the past, so it's good. And it's nice to see a story in the Sherlock Holmes universe that's not from the viewpoint of Sherlock Holmes. However, he's still a big part of the manga, but yeah, he's soon. I'm losing my voice. Sorry about that. My Dress Up Darling, really good. Really enjoy it. No, I'm losing, running out of space. Um, I really enjoyed it. I watched the first episode and went ahead and bought the manga and read all the scans. And I really enjoy it. And the only issue I have are the ages are kind of weird. They should have made them a lot older. Like I think they're like 15, and it's just kind of weird. They're definitely not designed them to look 15 years old, but oh well. My Hero Academia goes in B plus as well. Um, Chainsaw Man can go in B plus too, but My Hero Academia, I like My Hero Academia. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's popular for a reason, and you can't deny that. But it also needs to end soon. However, I really enjoy like this. In the latest like 30 chapters have been really, 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 really good, and I've been really enjoying it. Um, it's been doing better for me than Black Clover has in the same like time. My senpai is annoying. It's great. I love it. It's really cute. But I would probably just suggest you watch the anime before you think about buying the manga, as the manga is pretty expensive. However, the volumes are pretty thin, but they're oversized and pretty much full color, so that's why they're more expensive. Nagatoro goes in A. I really like Nagatoro. The art is really, really good for some reason. Like the mangaka is like super talented, so that's really nice. The first couple chapters are kind of hard to read, but then after that it becomes a really wholesome, like romantic comedy with a lot of which focuses on the character development of Nakatoro and Senpai. So, yeah. Naruto is goaded. I grew up on Naruto, so it's goaded for me. It gotta go up there. Actually, let's put Magi down here and Horimiya, just so this up here would only be like the true goats. Nichijou is trash. I bet the anime would be more fun, but gag manga just doesn't do it for me. Nisekoi to be read. I haven't read it yet. Furisan is scary. No matter what you say, Furisan is scary. It's a C. It's cute, but it's nothing spectacular. Okay, Noragami to be read. One Piece to be determined. I've read 20 volumes, but I don't want to judge it yet because I enjoy what I've read, but I also really not enjoyed some of the parts that I've read. So I'm sure it's gonna get better since it's so long and it pretty much enjoyed by the entire community. So it's gonna be in to be determined. So don't kill me. I'm still reading it, and I've got a long ways to go and a lot of other stuff to read. So cut me some slack. I'm not judging it. I'm not talking trash or anything. Now, if you guys would do the same for my series up here, then that would be great. But yeah, you probably won't. One Punch Man is good. Orient is trash. I don't know how. Oop, my headset shut off. So I don't know how the author of Magi made this piece of shit. The art is great, the covers are great, the story is absolutely abysmal. Parasite, it's good. I enjoy it. It goes in B plus. Ass by Riverside goes in trash. I don't know how the creator of Dragon Maid made this piece of trash. Like this is the one of the worst things I've read. This and Dog Dinkin are the two only things I've ever considered actually just throwing in the trash because I don't think I would be able to sell it to anyone. Plunderer haven't. I literally just have the one omnibus and a couple more in the mail, so it's there. Promised Neverland it was good. I like Promised Neverland. It wasn't. It was really good until you get to the end, and then it kind of falls off. But oh well. Pokemon Adventures. I really love Pokemon, so it goes in a prison school. I've only read half of it, so I can't really talk too much on it yet. But for now, it's a B plus. Quintessential Quintuplets goes in the same rank as Prison School and all these other ones. I'd say I really enjoyed it, and it's kind of nice having that rom-com series being relatively short. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. This is the manga. There are like two volumes out, and they're called two different things. So this one is the manga of the first few episodes of the anime, and also the first light novel, and then the second one is the second light novel about the devil Kohai. So the manga is honestly pretty well done. Like I would not be mad at anyone experiencing Rascal Does Not Dream of through the manga. The only thing is there's not a lot of the manga out, and I'm not sure we're ever gonna get more in English. Uh, but if you can get your hands on these omnibuses, they're pretty nice and they're pretty well done. Like they follow the anime and um, they follow the anime like completely. So if that and the anime is fantastic, so you take that as you will. Record of Ragnarok is to be determined on read one volume. Rent a Girlfriend is trash because nothing happens. It's the same story over and over and over again. Like every volume is pretty much the same, just with minor differences. Um, Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend is at least better than Rent a Girlfriend. It was a breath of fresh air, and it's about best go. So what can I say? Ryoko, it's two volumes. It's weird. It's a very specific like genre of manga or demographic. I picked this up from a recommendation of a YouTube video. I don't remember his name. It's a YouTuber who doesn't really do manga anymore. Um, but yeah, he was talking about this and it sounded interesting, so I picked it up because they were going out of stock. Now they have the box set for the two volumes. So if you're interested in like a like crime gangster manga with a female lead, you could or like it's I guess it's Yakuza because it's Japanese, but yeah, Shaman King is pretty good. I like Shaman King. Silent Voice is to be read. Solo Leveling goes in C. Ah, low B. Let's put it in low B. Because Solo Leveling is basically just an isekai without being an isekai, and it has color, and for some reason that has fooled a lot of the readers into thinking that it's anything other than just a generic power fantasy. I'm only speaking from having read the three first like physical volumes, but if it doesn't change within like volume 4 and 5 and onwards, then this is just generic power fantasy. I am ready to be proven wrong, but for now, from what I've read, it's just a generic power fantasy. Soul Eater, I like Soul Eater. Soul Eater is good. Spy Family is pretty funny. It's pretty wholesome. Can't wait for an anime. This is a story that's gonna do really well as an anime, and then the manga is gonna be super ridiculous to get your hands on. So if you're interested, pick it up now. Succubus and Hitman to be determined. I no, actually, I read all the scans. It's good. I like it. It's really dark and it's nasty, but it's really dark, like super dark. So if you're not of age and you're not like if you're kind of squeamish or like really don't want to read something super depressing these days, don't read this. Um, Superheroes goes and goaded because this is the original holy text. Like, what can I say? Super X Heroes is it's nasty. It's hentai Avengers. What can I say? These three are the holy text. Actually, this has become an honorary member of the holy text because I read it and I was just like, holy shit, this is what every Nasty Man manga wants to be. So yeah, the four holy texts: The Witches of Adamas, Do You Like Big Girls, Super X Heroes, and Arrow Ninja Scrolls. Uh, these are the holy texts for now. There are probably going to be more in the future, but right now, these are peak Nasty Man. Takamine-san, I really liked it. Actually, there's only like 1.5 volumes out, so I'll put it in to be determined. From what I've read, I really liked it, and the art is fantastic. But a lot of things can change, especially if they keep giving us half volumes. The Devil's a Part-Time High School is to be determined because I haven't read it, and I really don't like the format because the Devil is a part timer has the standard single volume size, whereas this is the oversized format for some reason. Terraformers to be read. I haven't read any of it. The Breaker, I really enjoyed it from what I've read so far. It's the cover was kind of giving me one vibe, while the story is completely different and it's more like a delinquent-ish martial arts yakuza gangster manga. The Dangers in My Heart, it's decent. It's nothing spectacular. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it if you like odd couple romances. But yeah, the art is kind of weird, but it's good. It's not perfect, but it's good. The Faraway Paladin, to be determined. I watched the anime. The manga looks different, and I think it's based on a light novel, so I might have done a whoopsie there by picking up the manga, but oh well. Overly Cautious Hero. It's pretty funny, but it's nothing spectacular, and it's a power fantasy isekai. So what can I say? Um, Way of the House Husband, pretty good. It's funny. It's like right up my alley with the humor, like the whole series, like misunderstanding moments, and yeah, I really enjoy that type of humor. The Witch and the Beast is goaded. Eh, it's in high A. The Witch and the Beast is fantastic. It's dark fantasy and it has like great action, great art. It's really really good. And Ashef is like one of the coolest main characters I've ever met. Well, I haven't met him, but like experienced. Um, the covers are kind of misleading because they give me like shojo vibes, but it's definitely not shojo. It's like like grim dark fantasy with like a lot of action and a lot of like dark elements. So the lover, who haven't read it yet. Tokyo Ghoul goes in C. It was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, but the art was good and I enjoyed my read, but it wasn't groundbreaking. Tokyo Revengers is it's goaded for me. I love Tokyo Revengers. It became I read it in like a couple days and I caught up and it's kind of sad to see that the story has fallen off. Like it's not as good as it was in its peak, but that's it happens. But I still enjoy it and I still have faith that the mangaka can pull through and give us a good ending. It has some had some weak moments in the latest few chapters that made a lot of people not like it, which is understandable. But I'm gonna be powering through, and this might be moved down to A. But right now, along with Blue Exorcist, it's one of my favorite manga. Twin Star I haven't read yet. Undead Unluck goes in high C. It's growing on me, but it's definitely not the best thing I've ever read. Usaki-chan goes in B plus up here. I like Usaki-chan. I just don't like the release. It's too slow, too thin, for too much money. But Usagi-chan is a great story, man. I read the scans, and it's just a lot of the same. So it has the whole quintessential quintuplets thing, but then eventually they get to a point where there's some development. Vinland Saga is to be determined. I loved the anime, and I've read like two or three um, volumes of the hardcover releases. So I don't want to give any judgment to it yet, but because I have not gotten to the point where it changed into the farmland arc yet. We never learn. Also to be determined. I've only read like two volumes, so I'm gonna leave it in here because I don't want to judge yet, and I think I'm gonna love it. Witch Had a Atelier, I haven't read yet. Wolf Children, Ghost in Sea was a cute one-off. I'm just not a big fan of one-offs. Like single manga, it just doesn't do it for me. What's a Koi Goes and Goated. It's like one of my favorite rom-coms. Love that it's not about like high schoolers, but it's about office workers, and it's really cute. It's short, and it does a lot in a short amount of time, and it makes you really, really, really get invested in the characters, which is they do a really good job of that. And the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting is to be determined. There's only one volume out, and volume two is coming out next month, I believe, or this month. And then who knows when volume three is gonna come out. It's pretty cute. I picked it off up on like I think it was Prof Otaku who bought it and said it was okay. So it was from his recommendation, I believe. That's at least that was the video I saw it in. So but yeah, I'm gonna put it in to be determined for now because there's just not too enough out. This is Your Name manga is trash. Just watch the movie. This literally looks like they took the movie, paused it, had someone put a paper on the screen and draw over it. Like just watch the movie. This is not worth your money. Psalm 100 is last. Definitely, let's put that in B plus. I really enjoy Psalm 100. I love zombie series and I love comedy, and it's good. The only thing is that it's a weird release with like skinny volumes. Um, but yeah, Psalm 100 B plus. That was my entire manga collection ranked. Um, So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video and hope you'll stick around for more to come in the future. Let me know down in the comments if there are any tier lists you want me to go do, or if there's a series you want me to check out. Just ping me down there, and I'll be down there answering comments and just chatting with folks. Yeah, give me some ideas of what you want to see because I'm kind of running out and manga hauls are getting kind of exhausting to make. But yeah. Anyways, have a good one, guys. See you around.